In this video, I'm going to teach you step-by-step how to make your first $100,000 wholesaling real estate. All right, guys, so as you can see here, here's a deal we just closed today. It's in Mesa, $16,000, another one that just came in as well. The address here, as you can see, we're in Phoenix, Arizona, for those of you who don't know. Really the hot spots here in Phoenix and really anywhere in your market. I mean, you wanna be familiar with your market, of course, especially in wholesaling. In Arizona specifically, Mesa are great areas. Gilbert, Chandler, Scottsdale. We have a couple in Sun City right now that we're working. Sun City West. You know, you want to figure out exactly where your buyers are. Now, granted, there's buyers everywhere, right? So it doesn't really matter where you're wholesaling a house, especially when I'm talking to these real estate agents. I tell them, I buy anywhere. I'll go to Tolleson, I'll go to the north side, east side, west side, it doesn't really matter. What you're really focused on is finding those good deals, right? Now this one, for example, like I said, I know that our buyers really like these areas. Gilbert's a newer area, Chandler's a newer area, Mesa, there's some good pockets with some new builds. And when I say new builds, you're obviously not looking for 2023, but you know, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, we're doing a 2000s build that's 20 years outdated, right? That falls in that category. So obviously you're not looking for a 2024 or even 2015 and newer. Those ones just get a little bit tough. So you're really focusing, I'd say 2010 or under. Those are gonna be your kind of good properties that you're gonna be looking for, that obviously need some work, that investors are gonna wanna buy, right? So this deal, for example, it's in Mesa here. It's in a good little pocket. Look at that, you even got a Taco Bell. Are you kidding me, dude? That's killer. Here's the house, right? Exterior wise, it looks like it's in pretty good shape, which don't be scared of that. You know what I mean? If you don't need to put any work into the exterior, sometimes, a investor really likes that, right? So don't be scared to be like, oh, well, it looks nice from the outside. But as you can see, and we'll start popping up some pictures as well, but I also have the Google Drive popped up. This is the bathroom. I mean, the paint, it's kind of some dark paint. The vanity's small. It's got like some wood. It just doesn't really flow, right? And like I said, we'll pop these up, but as you can see here too, the kitchen, we'll get a good shot of this too, but the kitchen, you can just tell, totally outdated. I mean, look at these cabinets, right? These cabinets are outdated. Appliances, the wood you can tell is falling apart. It's just old, outdated, but then, hey, this is nice. It's got a pool, maybe a little bit of cracks in the fascia. It's got a good backyard, but this is great. I mean, the pool looks nice enough to where, you're looking for interior. Is there cracks? Is there, it looks like some chips here. Doesn't worry me, that's a pretty easy fix. You get somebody in there, resurface it, but you're not resurfacing the whole pool. Huge cost that you just got saved on. You put some new Pebble Tech on the outside and call it a day. The roof, you're gonna wanna look at that. Obviously, what I look for specifically is this, right? Okay, and we'll pop this up as well, but look at this. This has, some lifting. You can kind of see up here, there's some shingles that are, kind of lifting all over. This might need a new roof. I'm not a roofer. These are just things I'm looking for. These are things your buyers are gonna also ask you. So when I'm calculating this stuff, and at the end of this video, stay to the end, because if you comment below, I'm gonna actually give you this fix and flip calculator. It works for fixing and flipping properties, but it also works for wholesaling properties, because an investor is usually gonna wanna fix and flip this, or he's gonna wanna buy it as a rental. So this calculator is gonna help you exactly underwrite these deals to say, okay, hey, it hits this threshold of numbers, right? And if it hits this threshold of numbers, you obviously wanna leave some meat on it for the investor. You don't wanna be that wholesaler that's trying to take all the meat, right? Sometimes you might make 50, sometimes you only make 5. But so those are the things I'm looking for, right? You got your roofs, exterior, who knows, maybe somebody's gonna wanna paint it, but I mean, to paint it, you're not talking a massive cost, couple grand, throw some exterior paint. Big thing is windows too. You wanna know, are they dual pane, are they single pane? If you need to do all new windows, that's gonna be a cost. And like I said, what's great about this video, guys, is I'm gonna give you this. And that's gonna show you guys exactly how to underwrite, exactly what the costs are, exactly how to know exactly what it's gonna take to remodel this house, and exactly where you need to buy it. I know I said exactly a lot, but I'm just really jacked up. So like I said, we're looking at this property here. It needs some work. What I'm gonna factor in here is I'm gonna factor in pretty much a full remodel. It might even need a new roof, so that's something else I might factor in. So if we go in here, Now let's take a look. You could do this all on Zillow. That's the best part about this. So here's the address here. I don't care, look it up. You can do whatever you want with it. I'm an open book. Zestimate doesn't really mean anything. Don't get caught up on that. What you're gonna wanna do though, is you're gonna wanna change these numbers. And like I said, if you wait till the end, I'll give you this. You're gonna wanna go to this. You're gonna wanna input your square footage here to 1,156 square feet. We'll take out some of these comps. These are all outdated. This is a different property. So you're gonna wanna put your square footage in here. Ideally, if you're on the phone with an agent, a wholesaler, or wherever you're getting this deal, one of the first questions I ask is I say, hey, give me photos, give me a price, and give me an address. You get those three things, you can underwrite a deal. Photos, price, and an address. So for instance, we got this deal from a real estate agent. I said, hey, I need some photos, right? She gave me these photos, great. Okay, what do they want? Originally, they're like, hey, well, we really would like to get 350,000. Okay, so I'm gonna go in this calculator here. I'm gonna input some numbers. I already got my 1,156 square feet. I got my number here. Okay, a full remodel. It's gonna cost me about $40,000 to do, as you can see right here. So now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna put in here 40 grand. It's already calculated in there. And then this is where you now find your ARV. And I don't want you guys to feel like you're getting overwhelmed. This whole channel is gonna be step-by-step how to do this. I can't teach you how to wholesale a deal overnight. I just urge you guys to subscribe to the channel or comment below. Work for us, these videos are gonna be absolutely free. You're gonna learn exactly how we do what we do, but don't expect to learn everything overnight from this one video. I'm gonna try to just kind of go over it quickly, but also give you guys some tools. And then like I said, the more you guys follow along, we're here to help you. Ask questions, ask what videos you guys wanna see, comment below. Hey, I didn't understand this. We're gonna put in here. Now, underwriting is gonna be something that's gonna take some time, but this sheet, like I said, is gonna help you guys do that. So it's 1,100 square feet. I'm gonna factor in, like I said, the $40,000. And now the only other thing you need in this calculator, which is the best part about it, and you can even reverse engineer it. I know my numbers, but for your guys' sake, you guys can play around with this. Okay, it's 350,000. It's gonna take 40 grand of work. Obviously, if you sell for 400,000, there's other costs. I mean, somebody might be paying cash for this, but you gotta remember, there's holding costs, right? There might be hard money on it. It costs money. There's gonna be agent commissions on the back end when you sell the deal. And all of this is calculated from this ARV, right? So that's why this is important, because then you'll get all these numbers. There's closing costs, there's other expenses. Maybe there's 2,000 of other expenses because there's an HOA. And then as you can see here, so if you bought this for 350,000, put 40 grand into it and it's worth 400, you're gonna lose 26,000 bucks, right? You're also gonna wanna say, most of the time, it's an average time to flip a property takes about 4-6 months max. In a slower market, it might be sitting for a while. So this is nice too, because in that will change obviously the numbers. The longer you hold it, the longer, the more money accumulates. So let's just go 4 months for sake of argument. So you can reverse engineer this. I'm gonna have to have the ARV really closer to about 475,000 to get a return that makes it worth it for an investor, right? Nobody wants to do all this work for free. So like I said, what's nice is before you even figure it out, there's a lot of agents that send us deals that just aren't good deals. And if it's not a good deal, I don't want to waste time on it. Now, in the beginning, you're going to want to really build the relationships with investors. You can do so much work on Zillow and build relationships with Zillow that it's insane. You can literally go to what's for sale, type in the comments, investor special, and just start calling those agents. Hey, I'm an investor. I'm looking for more deals. I'm looking to actively, I got a bunch of cash I got to place. I got investors backing me. They're itching for a deal right now. Do you have anything? I see the one you have on 2851 East Edgewood. What's the price, right? If this one was listed. So don't be scared to use the resources that are already free. Zillow's a great one. Even like Craigslist. There's people selling, for sale by owners on Craigslist. But agents are the way that we've built our business successfully. And if you go to the agents and you build a relationship with them and you go through, heck, even if they're just agents that have a listing that isn't in distress, call them. Hey, I saw this listing on, XYZ address, a little bit too nice for me. Do you have anything else? Okay, hey, you don't? save my number. I'm a cash investor here in the Valley or in Dallas or wherever your market is, and I'm looking for more properties. Relationships, relationships, relationships. The more agents you can talk to, the more successful you're gonna be and the faster you're gonna do it. So like I said, let's do a quick little underwriting. I don't wanna bombard you because I wanna do an underwriting masterclass. So stay tuned. If this is something where you're like, oh, okay, I got value, but I need to know how to underwrite, which is really important. Next video I'm gonna drop is gonna be all about underwriting. So quickly, I'm gonna get into a little bit of underwriting because this is step by step. You find the deal, you build the relationship with the agent, you find the deal, you underwrite the deal, and you lock up the deal, you sell the deal. Easy as that. So you talk to the agent, you know her number, you found the property, you got good pictures of it. Now, what can you offer? Right? So this deal specifically, we made 16,000 bucks on. We sold it for 335,000. They wanted 350,000. So obviously, if we sold for 335, I think we had it for, not bad at math, 335 minus 16,000. We had it. I didn't even do that right. 330. So 319. So we ended up getting this under contract at 319, and we had an ARV, because it was cleaner, it doesn't need as much work, right? But that's why this calculator is important. You're gonna want to use these numbers. But when you're looking through this, I mean, this was a bigger house. This was a good comparable property. What you're looking for is you're looking for this square footage. Ideally, you wanna match the property that you're looking at with a property that's fixed up, right? So as you can see by these pictures, it's a fixed up property. It's got a 2-car garage. It's very similar. It's got new tile. It's got a new floors, and you can see the kitchen. The kitchen's updated. And then I don't even think this one had, you can tell by the backsplash, the bathrooms, right? If you just go through these photos here, you can see that, it was updated. But this is nothing special. So when I look at this, I'm looking at, okay, well, it's nothing fantastic. It's not over the top. It's a pretty cheap remodel, so I don't have to go really high end, which is great. I mean, they did carpet. This one doesn't have a pool. So now you're looking at, a pool usually brings about $20,000 worth of value, right? So you got a pool, you have a great layout, and it's only gonna cost 40 grand. So now when I'm looking at this, it's 1,900 square feet, super similar. You'd go in here and you would input this in your fancy calculator that, like I said, if you stay till the end, we're gonna give you this. You put in your sold price for 430,000. Then you put the square footage as 1190. And then what's great is it's gonna spit out the price per square foot, which is important. Then on here, you can edit this. So since ours has a pool, maybe ours is worth 375 a square foot. Maybe it's worth 380 square foot. And then you can put some additional notes here. So let's see if there's another one, but this is what you're looking for. You're looking for properties that are fixed up. Now, if you have a hard time finding a good property that's fixed up, you can also go try to find one that's distressed and use that as a buy comp. What are investors paying for these deals, right? So don't just think through it as, I need to find properties that are fixed up. What are other investors picking deals up for here, right? And that's pretty easily to find, where you can just do some searching like this. This was a distressed property. Look at this, super outdated, the kitchen. This was only a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, 1,000 square feet, sold for 299,000. Obviously, investor bought this, obviously, right? So those are the other things you're looking through when you're doing underwriting. You're trying to find these properties that also need work, right? Like this one. This one was a little bit outdated. You could tell the kitchen, appliances. Nobody's buying this as a retail investor unless they really want to. That's sold for 300,000. It's 1,000 square feet, right? So these are all things that I'm thinking through and looking through as I'm underwriting a property, and just trying to find, all the information necessary. Here's another one, it needed work. So that was really the main deal that we found that needed, that was a good buy comp. This one makes us feel good too. It's a little bit bigger, but outdated as well. So, I mean, investors are buying properties in the low 300,000s. So subconsciously I'm thinking, okay, well, that's too low. I can't offer 350,000, right? Now, granted, this might only be worth 450,000 since it has a pool, but at 319,000, our target number is 40%. So if you guys stay to the end and get this calculator, 40% is what you're looking for. So if you have 40% here, At 319,000, we put 40 grand into it, and the ARV is 450,000, which is what we can sell it for after we get it under contract and fix and flip it. This is what is potential for us. We ended up selling it for 335, making it a little bit skinnier of a deal, but this is what you also got to think through. What if the investor buying it has a real estate license? And what if they pay literally $0 for that? They don't have to pay any commissions, right? Now now they're making 60 grand, right? Maybe they're buying it cash. What if they don't have any holding cost? Now they're making 68,000, right? So these are all things that make us feel good when we're buying a property, because we know not every investor has hard money costs. Not every investor has to pay agents on their side, right? So when I'm looking through it, that's how I underwrite. You care about what has been selling in the area, what is fixed up, what are other investors paying for the properties. Using this calculator to really fine tune your numbers, but it all starts from finding the deal. So in this video series, we're gonna basically hammer you guys and show you guys exactly how to do it, but I hope this helps you guys explain step by step how we wholesale a deal. Once you get it under contract, all we're doing is we're selling that assignment. And in these videos, every single time, we're gonna be dropping new contracts. We're gonna give you guys our assignments. We're gonna give you guys our calculators. We're gonna give you everything you need to succeed. So stick along for this entire channel. Subscribe, like this video, and comment below fix and flip calculator. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach out to you and we're gonna get you that fix and flip calculator so you guys can start doing this yourselves. So hope you guys enjoyed, and see you on the next video.